Mama Rhodes, The Rock is talking to you, and I'm gonna whoop your son.
The Rock is a man of his word.
As a matter of fact, we become good friends. As a matter of fact, our moms have become good friends.
Today we're going to look at the plot holes, inconsistent booking, weird booking, drop storylines, just things that don't make sense storyline-wise in WWE right now on the path to WrestleMania. Road. I meant road to WrestleMania. It's the road, not the path. Haven't said that in a while. But yeah, inconsistent bookings and plot holes. That's what we're looking at today. And if you're one of those people that are just like, just shut up and enjoy the product, then this video is not for you. I actually like talking about the storylines.
Nerd alert!
And I like to sit back and dissect the storylines. So, like, if you like inconsistent storytelling, fine. Just go over there, shut up, and watch the product. That sounded harsher than I wanted, but I was just using your own words, to be fair. So you basically told yourself to shut up and enjoy. What's a plot hole? A plot hole is inconsistencies within the stories based on the facts and logic of said universe. Sorry, I'm a giant nerd. And what's a dropped story? Well, that's pretty much, let me give you an example like this. Okay, so 20,000 subscribers, right? I'm going to give away a belt. Well, what if one day I just stopped talking about giving away the belt? I was just like, I hit 20,000 subscribers and nothing. I just dropped that story. Would you like it if I dropped that story? No, of course not. You want to win this belt. It's not a toy. And you want to win it. How do you win it, though? Well, all you got to do is comment below. I won't drop the storyline at 20,000 subscribers. I'm going to give it away. But first, comment below. You need to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. Ding, 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 ding. Notification and maybe a thumbs up. The thumbs up helps the engagement. Get the channel out there. Push it out there to the masses. And they'll come and be like, ooh, a shiny belt that I can win. I'll subscribe and comment. And then we'll hit 20,000 subscribers quicker. And I will get to that point where I can quit the day job, follow my dream, and produce wrestling content full-time. Got other belts, too. So the first plot hole is Cody Rhodes is not upset at The Rock. The Rock came back and asked for Cody's soul, but he made a big point to establish that they were friends.
We have texted over the months. As a matter of fact, we become good friends.
Because at Netflix, Raw, we were all like, how did these guys become friends? They hated each other last year, but I guess all behind the scenes, they had become friends.
He has done an amazing job. Cody Rhodes, thank you, brother.
And we now know that The Rock was just messing with Cody and wasn't really his friend.
Is it worth it? None of it's worth it.
But from Cody's perspective, Cody was The Rock's friend. Therefore, when The Rock turned on Cody Rhodes, it should have affected him more than it did. He's mentioned The Rock maybe one time since that happened. And so it's like, why aren't you more affected? Your moms were hanging out, dude.
Show the picture of our moms.
You thought you were his friend and he betrayed you, and you're just like, oh well, no biggie. That's inconsistent. That's a plot hole. And you can say all day long, oh well, The Rock just isn't going to show up for whatever reason. I'm not talking about what happens outside of WWE. I'm talking about the WWE storylines. We cannot make excuses within the WWE storylines, things that are not consistent or plot holes. That's what I'm addressing here. Not the fact that The Rock has a very busy Hollywood schedule. I'm talking about the fact that within canon of the WWE universe, they were friends, Cody was betrayed, and he has said nothing about The Rock. He's only mentioned it one time, and even then, it had nothing to do with his friendship or betrayal. Next up, Jade Cargill. She did not text Nick Aldis. She did not get a hold of Nick Aldis to tell him what she knew. Nick Aldis was conducting an active investigation on who attacked Jade Cargill, and yet, even to the last moment of Jade attacking Naomi, Nick Aldis didn't know. Nick Aldis didn't know. Now, I love this storyline, but there's a huge plot hole in that Jade Cargill knew that it was Naomi that attacked her.
How did you know that she was the attacker, and was there a reason that you didn't alert people here sooner?
And then as everything grew dark, seeing Naomi just run away. I knew right then I had to take things into my own hands.
But she did not say nothing. She just showed up to work and attacked Naomi back. And it's like, okay, it was revealed that that's actually what happened. But why didn't Jade say anything to her boss? She could have easily said something along the lines of, hey, Nick, I'm going to handle it myself how we handle business in WWE. So please just do nothing. I'm not pressing charges. We're good. But no, she didn't. She allowed Nick to continue an investigation for months and months.
There's been a development in the Jade situation.
Finally.
Because even 2 or 3 weeks prior to Jade's return, Nick came up with some evidence because he was still looking for evidence because the case was open. And speaking of the evidence, who recorded Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez going into the building? Who was that? Because Naomi was at the crime scene. So Naomi has an accomplice, but we haven't said anything about that. Now that isn't necessarily a plot hole because we can fix it. All you gotta say, it was the Meta Girls.
Let me just go ahead and tell you, we're not done with the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Jade and Bianca.
The Meta Girls filmed the whole thing, and they were in cahoots with Naomi the whole time. But as of right now, it is a plot hole. Here's some inconsistent booking. Angelo Dawkins makes fun of the IWC.
But save the congratulations for the IWC Glazers.
Recently, Triple H even said that the internet fans, they don't equate to real life. And that is like them just basically taking a dump on the IWC. And while I do admit the IWC can have some less than desirable people attached in it, I would say that this is inconsistent. If you are if you don't care about the IWC, then why are you bringing in Logan Paul? I Show Speed and other streamers and showing reactions. You literally will show streamer reactions to things that happen to demonstrate how awesome and cool it is. So if you don't care about the IWC, then don't show Wrestling Days his reaction to when you do something cool, when John Cena turns. Don't bring in I Show Speed so you can get 1 million social media clicks. Don't do online exclusive angles like when Kevin Owens attacked Cody Rhodes. All right, you don't care about the internet? Well, then don't do internet exclusive content. You do care about the internet. It's okay. It's okay to care about the internet. And not just that, you did it the night that Dawkins made fun of the IWC. Well, you ran an angle where Charlotte Flair attacked Tiffany Stratton. And you allowed social media to perform that for you, to get it out there for you. So you do care. It's okay. Just let's be honest with each other. Maybe you don't like us. Maybe it's kind of like, all right, I guess we'll work with you, but at the end of the day, you do want us. Why isn't Jay or Charlotte main eventing WrestleMania? We've established that you can either main event night 1 or night 2, be the last match, and you are considered the main event. Okay, fine. Winning the Royal Rumble, you get to be in the main event. They are not. They need to just change the wording. If they change the wording, I guess it'll be fine. All they gotta do is say, if you win the Royal Rumble, you will get to pick a champion of your choice to face, but you are not guaranteed a main event spot. That might be semantics, but it is kind of important because historically speaking, when you won the Royal Rumble, you got the last match. Not always. There was a point where it stopped happening, but lately they've done it for like the last 5 or 6 years, and well, I guess we're back to, you could be any place on the card if you win the Royal Rumble. But they need to say that. They just need to say it. Here's one from Tony Tube 5334. I asked you guys and gals on the community tab, and he said when Solo attacked Cody, and that's right. When Solo returned, he attacked Cody. I think it was before the Elimination Chamber. Yes, it was. He attacked Cody, and pretty much Cody didn't do nothing about it. Literally, Cody was just like, I don't think that spike was for me. Dude, he grabs you and he spikes you. I think it was for you. He's just catching stray spikes right now. But, that story just went nowhere. How does the champion get attacked and not care at all? Like, I don't know. Truth Man also brings up, for a minute there was AJ Styles and Braun Breaker. They were like kind of like flirting with each other, and there was like this really cool moment.
The market in Charlotte!
When Braun Breaker throws his shirt and AJ just catches it without even looking. That was like really cool. But it's like, what happened there? all of a sudden, AJ Styles, who could have had a Intercontinental Championship match, has suddenly decided to get annoyed with Logan Paul because there was no real story there. I think Logan Paul might have called him an old man. That was about it.
I am glad to see you have not given up yet. It's admirable, really. I probably would have called it. I'll see you around.
Now, here's the good thing. You can easily fix a storyline, but you do have to actually put some time and effort into fixing said storyline. The complete absence of The Rock, literally The Rock swooped in for like 2 weeks, dominated everything, and then just poof, gone. The problem is, though, not only is he gone, but he's not even mentioned. And then why did John Cena sell his soul? We still haven't really found that out. It's because he hates the fans.
You see, for 25 years, I have been the victim of an abusive relationship.
Well, that's actually a plot hole right there, because the fans have been on his side since like 2018, universally. I was a John Cena sucks person in the crowd. You know, let's go Cena, Cena sucks, that was me. However, I mean, for a long time now, I know that I've been a John Cena fan, just cheering and glad whenever he came back. And you could be like, oh, well, sometimes it just takes a while for it to build up. Yes, you're right. You are right. That happens. However, they need to say that. It has to be part of the story.
I love you! Everybody, including that one kid right there, is a toxic, dysfunctional relationship.
Why is he so mad at that 10-year-old kid? Why is he so mad at the fans all of a sudden? If they wanted to do this during his rise above the hate feud with Kane,
Cena sucks.
Okay, but like right now, it's inconsistent. It's not, it's like, was this just thrown together? I mean, was the booking of WrestleMania 41, was it not selling enough tickets so we had to flip John Cena? Is that it? Or is this like a long-term thing? I don't know. It's like the way they're telling the story leads me to believe they did something, a knee-jerk reaction. And it worked last year. They flipped Rock last year. We'll flip John Cena this year. But like the storytelling was like way, way better. I don't know. Maybe it's because Paul Heyman was part of that storyline. But while we're talking about Paul Heyman, what about that contract signing? What about the contract signing? Why did Roman Reigns think that giving CM Punk the main event spot, why did he think that was the favor?
Go to page 4, clause 5. See what I'm saying? One man's dream is another man's favor. Check.
For him to give that main event spot, he would have had to tell Paul Heyman to go negotiate. All right? So when Paul Heyman goes to negotiate, Paul Heyman would know flat out if giving CM Punk the favor was the main event spot or not. Maybe Paul Heyman was just in on it. Maybe Paul Heyman and CM Punk were colluded to give Punk the main event spot and still have the favor in his back pocket. That said, that is a betrayal. That is a betrayal, and Roman Reigns would have instantly known that when he was told, well, there's still a favor in play, well, he would have...
But that's not the favor that I'm owed.
He would have looked at Paul Heyman and say, why does he still got a favor? Didn't you negotiate that? So, like, Roman Reigns should have instantly known that something was up. And if something wasn't up, and Paul Heyman was just as surprised that the main event wasn't the favor, then why did he negotiate it in the first place? You can say all day long, well, you know, he was just trying to get the most money for Roman Reigns. Yeah, but here you go. You, the viewer, are now having to create the reasons. It's like, it doesn't work like that. We need to know the reasons from the actual universe itself. Shazam Hassan also said, you know, how does Paul Heyman have that booking power? Which is correct. How does he have the booking power to negotiate a main event spot? Jey Uso should have had that spot, or Charlotte Flair should have had that spot based on the Royal Rumble. Like, that's like almost set in stone. How does Paul Heyman have that kind of booking power? He also says Solo and Jacob refusing to acknowledge Roman. That's legit. That's legit. How is Solo Sikoa's bloodline still pretty much intact? He lost to Ulafala, and Solo even said, I will acknowledge Roman.
If Roman beats me, you will put the Ulafala around his neck, and I will acknowledge him.
And why doesn't Roman care that Solo, Jacob, Tamatonga, and even Tonga Loa could still be, like, just palling around together? Like, why is this still a thing? And why doesn't anybody else care? Why doesn't anybody care that Solo Sikoa is still a thing? They were all just like, oh, we got to stop the bloodline. And what was that? So the bloodline was literally just the Ulafala. Solo Sikoa is no longer a threat without that? Drew McIntyre forgetting the bloodline. Yep, he was the bloodline hunter.
Drew McIntyre starts working his way through his hit list, starts taking out more and more OG bloodline members.
He was actively hunting the bloodline down, and if the Damian Priest got in the way, he could still actively be saying, yeah, I'm just going to put on pause my vendetta and go after you real quick, and then I'll get back to that. So yeah, that was a dropped story right there. Cody Rhodes acting like, see, John Cena is just another opponent throwing a minor tantrum. Yeah, why isn't he more mad? Why isn't he more mad at what happened? Cody Rhodes was completely destroyed at Elimination Chamber, made to look like a fool from what he thought was a friend, two friends, John Cena and Rock, and like now he just comes out and shakes all the hands. He's not mad really. He doesn't get mad until he walks into the arena or into the ring with John. And what is John doing at these when he does appear? Because it's like Cody Rhodes comes and confronts him and is like, I want to fight you. I want to fight you. And then John Cena just walks away. So he's still in the building. Is it like they don't do nothing when they're like, go attack him. Just go attack him. Like, is it just you can only fight him in the ring? Roman Reigns' entire motivation. Yeah, why is Roman doing this? Why is Roman doing this? Because he was eliminated out of the Royal Rumble by CM Punk. And CM Punk even said to him, hey, Roman, that's the rules.
But in the Royal Rumble, it's every man for himself.
So why is Roman really that mad at CM Punk? I understand why he's mad at Seth Rollins, I guess, but why is he so mad at CM Punk that he can just lump him in with Seth Rollins? Like, I understand the Seth Rollins connection, but what's his motivation for really going after CM Punk right now? Why can't he wait a little bit longer? This one I hesitate to say because it no longer, like, it just doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But when KO was healthy, why wasn't KO fired for pile driving people? Like, he literally pile drived 3 people.
This lunatic, Kevin on the God! No, pile driver! This, not again! Stop this! Damn it, stop it!
Trying to end their careers. If you have a wrestler who is actively doing moves that are banned and doing them wherever he wants, whenever he wants, attacking, trying to break necks that, like, not just end careers but could end lives, like, why isn't the dude fired? Like, maybe you could give him, like, 1 warning because it's wrestling, but he did it 3 times.
Just in case you've forgotten.
Triple H and his Hall of Fame videos. Like, seriously, though, Triple H said that he was not aware that they were going to induct him in the Hall of Fame. And then every week he has a Hall of Fame video.
I am that damn good.
Like, I've never seen a wrestler get more than 1 Hall of Fame video. Triple H has had at least 4. And I might have, like, forgot 1 or 2, and it's like, okay, you didn't know that they were going to induct you, but you are now allowing resources to have these videos and then to put them on TV? Because you can say, oh, well, they made all the videos before they told Triple H because they knew that Triple H would veto it. Okay, well, then veto it from ever airing. Weird booking. Solo Sikoa came out and interrupted Randy Orton last week. Yeah, I mean, he needs an opponent, so I get why they did it, but, like, Solo could have literally just came out and said, you know what, I don't got nothing going on for WrestleMania, I'll fight you. That would make sense. But for him to just go out there and suddenly have a problem with Randy Orton, that doesn't make sense. All you gotta do usually in these storylines, all you gotta do is usually say 1 or 2 sentences to make it make sense. I would want to be on WrestleMania, so hey, Randy, I'll fight you at WrestleMania. That's it. That's all you got to do. But for him to just come out and say, I got a problem with you, Randy, we haven't had a problem with him since August? June? So why do you get a problem with him all of a sudden? Weird booking. We have El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. It's like, why isn't it Chad Gable?
And I will dispel all rumors that I have any trouble with luchadors.
Chad Gable has had a running, I have a problem with luchadors storyline going on for a while now. He hasn't been on WrestleMania in a while, and yet some wrestler comes out of the blue. Now, he is a living legend, but still, he's only had like 2 matches, and he's on the WrestleMania card, so that is inconsistent booking. I did do a video, though, on Monday about who's Grande Americano, so go check that out. Weird booking. Why are Lyra and Bayley suddenly a team? Like, why? Why are they a team? And why weren't the Meta Girls actually in the gauntlet to determine who was going to be going to WrestleMania? But yeah. And did I talk about the weirdness of the fact that the Smackdown tag team division isn't being represented at Royal Rumble? It's because, like, why did we spend like months, literally months, building up the Smackdown tag team division, giving each team a personality, promo time, lots of airtime, lots of matches, quality matches, making us care about the Smackdown tag team division, only to say you're not on the WrestleMania card, but the Raw tag team titles are and the women tag team titles are, when there's almost no storyline there. Almost no storyline there. Whether or not I love New Day or Liv Morgan doesn't matter. The storyline is not there to justify a match on WrestleMania when the SmackDown tag team division is being excluded. Why did Rhea get a rematch? Like, for real, why did Rhea Ripley get a rematch against Io Sky, especially this close to WrestleMania? Did Roman Reigns ever get a rematch? The dude had the title for like 4 years. Did he ever get a rematch? And we know he wanted to get the title because he entered in the Royal Rumble in order to take the title from Cody.
Roman Reigns hereby declares he is entering the men's Royal Rumble to fight you once again for the championship.
Where was his rematch? Why didn't he get a match at Royal Rumble? Why did Kevin Owens get that match? It should have gone to Roman Reigns. If Rhea deserved a rematch, then Roman Reigns deserved a rematch. And Kevin Owens even said before that we no longer even really do the rematch clause.
The rematch clause, that hasn't been enforced in years. I know I never got a rematch after I lost the Universal title.
He never got a rematch, so why is Rhea? Not to mention she signed the contract twice.
The contract. Wait a minute. I don't know if that's binding. That's not official. I mean,
thankfully, Adam Pearce was like, contracts don't work like that, Rhea. But still, come on, like, Rhea. Like, I don't know. Like, why did she do that? Like, it made her look kind of stupid. It made her look stupid, actually, for her to sign that contract. If it was, like, symbolic, then she should have done it in, like, their blood. She should have got the blood of Bianca and the blood of Io and then signed her name. But, yeah, that said, there was, like, no reason for her to get a rematch that would then eventually end in a double disqualification and allow her to get into the main event. Because I understand the idea that, well, it was a double disqualification, so I guess in a roundabout way, I'm going to just make it a triple threat. But the fact that she got that rematch, that within the WWE rules and logic doesn't make sense. And now we're going to do the last one, and this is from Test Tackle. Interesting choice for The Rock and Cena to join forces because the master plan for Cena is to diminish the top title of WWE, aka the company that Rock is a member of the board of.
I am going to ruin wrestling for everyone.
Yeah, so if The Rock wanted to control somebody, right, why did he choose John Cena, whose entire goal is to just take the belt and run and ruin wrestling? Like, how are those two aligned with each other? Now, there are still a couple episodes before WrestleMania, so maybe they can explain it, but either The Rock or John Cena, well, they gotta explain it. Because as of right now, their goals don't align. It doesn't seem like John Cena is really giving his soul. It seems like John Cena is his own master villain, his own supervillain, doing his own thing, while The Rock is his own supervillain doing his own thing. Now, I do get that supervillains come together, but why are they together? Because it doesn't align. It seemed like The Rock wanted a corporate champion, and it seems like John Cena wants to ruin wrestling. And if he ruins wrestling, that's the company that The Rock works for. So why would The Rock want even a corporate champion if he's aligning with someone that wants to destroy all of wrestling now? So these are your plot holes. These are your plot holes. Your inconsistent booking, your drop storylines. I'm sure there's like a lot more, but my head's going to explode if I have to keep looking at these inconsistencies. I'm a giant nerd, and these things they bug me. They bug me. I just keep it simple. Keep these stories simple and just explain everything. It just takes usually 1 or 2 sentences. Like I said before, though, the beautiful thing is you can easily patch up a plot hole, but you do have to patch it up. Just say something. Just say something. Boys, girls, let me know if I missed any, if you disagree with any, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys, you girls, you have a great day.